In these videos, we've been looking at the basics of Autodesk Inventor Professional 2022. Now, we have used Inventor to create the cube, and we have also created the house. Now, both the cube and the house followed the same steps, where we created a 2D sketch, and then we used Extrude Add to make the shape 3D. In this video, we are going to look at using Extrude Subtract to take away material rather than add on material. The first thing we're going to do is create the basic cube that we created in video number 1. So I'm going to go to New. I'm going to make sure that the drop down says Metric and then click Standard Millimeters. I am then going to select Start a 2D Sketch and click the basic XZ plane. Using the 2-point center rectangle, I'm going to select the yellow dot and then click off. And then I'm going to use the dimension tool to click the top line and click off it to make it 50. And click the side line and then click off it to again make it 50. So I've got a 50 by 50 square. I am then going to click Finish Sketch and then clicking Extrude, and I'm going to extrude add it by 50. So now we have the basic cube that we made in video 1. But now I'm going to use Extrude Subtract to turn this cube into a step. So just like Extrude, we need to have a 2D sketch before we can make anything 3D. So I'm going to click Start a 2D Sketch, and I'm going to click one face of my cube. So in this case, I'm just going to click the front surface. I am looking at creating a rectangle, but this time I'm going to expand my rectangle box and I'm going to make sure that I'm on the 2-point rectangle, the one at the top. I'm going to move my mouse over to the corner of my cube until I get a green dot, and then I'm going to click once, and I'm just going to draw a kind of square into my shape, like my original shape. Using the dimension tool, I'm going to click the top line of my small square and then click off it and make sure that this is 25. And then again, I'm going to click the side of my square and click off it and make sure that this is 25. So I've created a box in one of the 4 corners of my cube. Next, I'm going to click Finish Sketch. And instead of extruding it, I'm going to look at Extrude Subtracting it. So I'm going to click Extrude, and you can see that automatically Inventor wants me to extrude it out. It wants it to add an extra shape to this, but instead we want it to cut inside our existing shape. So what I'm going to is I'm going to Behavior, and I'm going to make sure that where it says Direction, I am changing it to direction number 2, which is flipped. And I'm making sure that the output has been set to cut. So we're extrude subtracting it, we're taking it away. So once it's at flipped, the distance is at 50 and the output is set to cut, we can then press OK. And you can see that that has subtracted the square out of my cube to create a step. So now what I can do is I can go to File, Save As, and I can save this into my technical folder.